Oh my gosh, it smells divine in this newsroom right now. Almost every culture has a version of the empanada.
Pastry can be hearty, can be filled with meat, could be sweet, right? Today, April 8th, is the day to celebrate this versatile dish. Here with us for National Empanada Day is Chef Chris Valdes, author of One with the Kitchen. He also hosts Delicioso on the Roku channel. Chris, good to see you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Happy National Solar Eclipse Empanada Day.
Yes.
What a day.
Oh my gosh,
what
yeah.
a day. This is one of our favorite foods.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, one of my favorite snacks, breakfast, dinner, lunch, this is just a cure for everything. And what I love about empanadas is that it's a great way to represent Latin America. It has a little bit of everything. You know, we have the churrasco ones, we have the ground beef ones, guava and cheese, Colombian empanadas, which are usually filled with a beef and potato mixture. And this is just heaven. So, you know, I'm going to teach you how to make a few while you're enjoying them. And those churrasco
You already
ones.
ate one.
Oh,
so what's in
sure.
what is in this?
So that one is a churrasco and sweet plantain empanada, and then empanada. I can't say empanada. And then you have to dip it, or you should dip it in the garlic aioli.
And then this one
and
is?
then this one is a chicken vaca frita, which is basically shredded chicken, and then you cook it with lime and onions, and it's just deliciousness.
These are so flavorful.
Oh, they are flavorful.
And
then
then
these are picadillo, which is ground beef with peppers, onions, garlic, tons of sexiness in there. You eat it, and it's just like a party in your mouth. And then this one right here, we have the guava and cheese ones. These are my favorite for Christmas time. Guava and cheese ones, because it's just 3 ingredients: guava, cream cheese, and then you just use your empanada shell. Now, you could go ahead and make the dough yourself if you have that extra time. I don't have that extra time.
Nobody has the
and
time.
Nowadays, there's so many different types of dough. Gluten-free dough, there's a baking dough, frying dough. So over
what
here...
What makes an empanada?
It has to be, it's like the dough and then stuffing it with the mixture.
Okay.
So that's what makes the empanada. And then if you want to go the Latin route, the flavor. The flavor has to be there, the personality. So
what is guava?
So guava is basically a fruit, and then what we have here is the guava paste. And the guava paste, it just helps keep it all together. If you were to use a marmalade, it would be gushing out and whatnot.
Oh, okay,
so I just like this because once you fry it or you bake it, it kind of melts with the cream cheese. But I want to teach you right here how to make a little quick empanada.
Yeah, please.
We have a picadillo one, so I like, and there's all sorts of little gadgets to make these, but I'm going to teach you.
You know, I bought one.
Oh.
Have you
used it?
I buy every kitchen gadget there is, and then I go into a cabinet and I never see them again.
Is it better just to do it by hand?
Yeah. Just
you
the
know, like
old-fashioned way.
The lemon squeezer, the lime squeezer, it's the same thing, but I had to buy one that's green, one that's yellow, because, you know, and then they sit in the cabinet. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
So we have the picadillo mixture in there, and then we're going to give this a little fold. Look at that.
Pinch,
we want to make sure we pinch. And then I'm going to do my little fork it method that my mom taught me when we had our Cuban restaurant, where you just use a fork and you press down and make a nice little design.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's it. You just want to make sure you close it. Now, you could deep fry these, or you could also bake them in the oven at 350 degrees. Make sure you do a little egg wash right in between that cooking time, which takes about 20 minutes. I like spraying it with some baking spray just to give it some color. For example, these were baked, those were baked, and then these were fried. And let me show you these guava and cheese ones. Just how they come out.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Just pure deliciousness.
Guava scares me. Should I just try it?
Go for it.
I'm going to try the one you tried.
Nothing should scare you.
Just the one?
Food is meant to try and just to, you know, we all have different...
Chris, I'll try anything.
There.
We will try anything.
That's delicious.
Look at
Look
how
at the chicken
delicious
ones.
that is.
Yes. But
look at how
these are my favorite right here, the Colombian ones.
I'll get that open. Yeah, let's see what's in there.
Look at this. It's a potato and beef mixture. And then since you try anything,
I will try anything.
I'm going to give you some of that picante right there. Look at that.
What is this is your favorite?
This is my favorite. Actually, to be honest,
spicy, Chris.
Yeah, I know. You said you'll try anything.
I will. That's delicious, though.
Those are my favorite, but those are also my favorite, and those are also my favorite.
They're all your favorite.
Yeah, definitely.
This is my favorite. They're all my favorite also.
Wait, so what?
I'm going to try this one.
Actually, let me show you
Get that
this one
sauce.
too.
Chris, talk to us a little bit about the shell itself, right? Because you go to some places sometimes and they have flour. Oh, wow.
Those are the ground beef ones.
Okay.
And you might want to dap that in some of the garlic.
Chris?
I love how you guys are eating here. This is what food should do. Food should bring us all together and just share the one thing that we all have in common. We all love to eat, regardless of where you're from.
And we apparently never eat. The difference of the two outer shells.
Okay, so this is like a masa. This is like a masa made of cornmeal, and then this is a different type of masa made out of flour. So that's the difference in color. And I will have to say that the Colombian empanadas, they take a little more work to make, but in my opinion, they're even more rewarding.
And more authentic or no?
They're healthier?
I wouldn't say, no, not healthier. I wouldn't say more authentic because I feel like they're all authentic in their own special way. But just the Colombian empanadas have something very special and unique to it. It also takes a little longer. So I just think that, you know, like for example, the masa is not something you could buy. You really have to make it by hand.
Okay.
The inside you have to make it by hand. So it's a lot more work, but in my opinion, it's more rewarding.
So if
and
you
flavorful.
if you bake it, what is the temperature that you bake it in, and for how long?
These you won't bake it. The rest of them you could bake them at 350 degrees for about no, I'm sorry, at 165. 165 for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So slow
And
cook it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is
Well,
so
I've
good.
tried everything.
There you go.
So,
We're not leaving. We're going to stand
That's a
here.
good thing.
The show's over, folks.
you know,
'cause
they
we're
all
gonna
make
eat.
fun of me because I literally just shove my face with food every second.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Great to have. So how are you going to celebrate today?
By eating this and going back home.
And you
And
have your
watching
glasses.
the eclipse.
From the plane.
Oh!
So.
Oh, you're going home?
Yes. Home.
Where's home?
Miami.
Are you going to Miami? Okay.
yeah.
Chris, great to have you here.
Great
Oh,
to
it's
see you
wonderful
guys.
having you.
Enjoy.
And
You
we're
didn't think
gonna
about
keep eating.
anything.
I did too.
No, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's do an empanada cheers.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Empanada
Here we
cheers,
go.
Empanada cheers.
Oh, I'm not going to say
Empanada
it.
cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
cheers.
cheers.
All right, and you can keep up with Chris here on at Chef Chris Valdes. So happy National Empanada Day to all of you.
Delicious.
Go get one. These are delicious.
These are good.